In this video here, we're going to go over connected seat riding, getting your go to equal your woe. I'm on Selyce here. She's a 3-year-old Friesian, and this is about her 10th, 12th ride that I've put on her. So she's a very green horse, but this exercise that I start off with, once I feel like my horses are safe, where she's to that point now I'm going to start asking her to go. And can I get her to connect with my seat and my body, my energy, and not so much because of my hands or other things, but can I really get her connecting with my seat? This is also a great exercise with really any level horse. At times you might just go out there and play with it. It's a fun little thing. So what we do is I'm going to let her go wherever she wants to. So she can go wherever she wants to. I'm just going to say the speed. So I'm going to bring my life up. So I'm sitting here, and let me tell you a little bit about the life first. So at a halt, we have the energy in our body of a halt. And then when we want to go someplace, when we want to walk, we have to create enough energy in our body to say, let's walk off. Or if we want to trot, then we say, you know, we have to create enough energy in our body to get a trot or a canter. Same thing. We have to create enough energy in us to tell our horse what to do. That's the first thing we're going to do. So I have the energy of a halt here, even though she's creeping backwards. She's thinking, oh, I need to do something. And I'm just like, no, it's no big deal. There, this is nice. So she's hanging out here. So now I'm going to create the energy of a walk, and I just kind of bring my intent up, and then I put a little tiny feel with my calves on her sides to say, let's go. I would like for you to go. If she doesn't take that, I come in with my crops here, and I've got 2 crops. I like to do 2 crops with the green horses because then I can come on either side and to say, let's go. Now I can throw the reins down here over the horn. You determine how safe you feel. If you can't do that, then just kind of hold the reins in one hand and you have it. But what I want you to think about is you're going to let them go where they want to, and you're going to create the forward. So with her, she's kind of sticky. We don't have a very good go. So I create the energy in my body of what it is I want, and then I back it up with my crop. I don't back it up with my seat, and I don't start pushing and driving with my seat because that's actually going to slow her down. So I create the energy, I put a little feel with my calves, and then I back it up with the whips to say, come on, let's go. Now she can go wherever she wants to, so she's going to kind of make some circles. She's going to go here, she's going to go there. They usually go to wherever their buddies are. Her buddy's out here in the pasture, so she's going to kind of stop over there. And I'm like, nope, my energy is going, so I want you to keep the walk going here. There, and that's nice. So once she's going, I just go right along with her. And it's kind of like, thanks, that's what I'm looking for. And there she kind of slows down. So I just put a little bit of a tap with the crops to say, come on, stay with me. I didn't change, so I don't want you to change. So there she's kind of slowing down. So I tap on her. It might be both whips, it might be one whip, just depending on what I want to activate in her. So I just want her to get going and to go. Again, she can go wherever she wants to, but she needs to maintain. Every time she turns, she wants to slow down. So I'm getting her to move along, so when I come up, she comes right along with me. The reason why this is such a great exercise for the young horses is you're not giving them really more than 1 or 2 things to think about. So right now, all she has to think about is going forward. She can go where she wants to. She just has to maintain the gait that I'm asking, and that's just a walk. Now, she's more of a, I don't really want to go type of horse, so she's more of a whoa horse. If you have more of a go horse, you bring your life up, or you don't even have to bring your life up and they're already saying, hey, let's go. Then you may have to pick up and bend and say, no, don't go. Or if you're up for it, we've divided the arena in half here for filming sake, but I'll usually do it in the whole arena. But if that feels like too much space and you have a round pen, you sure can do it in the round pen too, especially with the goey horse, if they're really feeling like they're just going, going, going. So you can control them by just picking up and bending and say slow down until they find that speed you're looking for. So if we're looking for a walk, you just keep asking them to come back to a walk. You can do that, or you can allow them to go the speed that they want to and keep them at that higher speed until they want to come back to a walk. Now that requires, you know, being a little bit more athletic and a little bit more courageous, because the horse may be out here cantering around or trotting around, you know, going full speed. And if you can do that, it's a great thing. It's not for everybody, so don't feel like you have to do that. There's other options. But if you can, if you really have a goey horse, and you just go out there and you allow them to go, at some point they're going to go, no, that's not a really good idea to be going that fast, and then they'll want to slow down. But the key with that is make sure you ride it long enough, because if you don't ride them until they want to slow down, now you've actually made it worse, because they've gotten to go, and now they think next time you get on, they get to go again, and they're a little bit better shape. So each time they're going to get a little bit faster and a little bit faster, or go a little bit longer and a little bit longer. So make sure if you've got a goey horse and they want to go, that you're willing to stay with it until they want to slow down. That might be 30, 40, 50 minutes. Yeah, like this, she's starting to make a different choice here. She was staying down there, now she's come out here in the middle of the arena. So we're walking along, she's doing pretty well here, and that's a new choice coming over this part of the arena. Now I'm going to turn myself off, and she came down with me. And I really like that. So she's paying attention to my seat. Because she's a horse that likes to just stop and is not a very forward horse, the halt is fairly easy. But it was nice because she was paying attention. As soon as I just kind of softened and said, let's come down, she's like, sure, I can come with you. This exercise is really about ourselves. Getting connected with ourselves, and can we have a definite difference between life up and life down, and how do we convey that to our horse? So one of the ways I think about it is you bring your energy up. So if I bring my energy up, I put a little feel with the calves. If she's not there, I'm like, hey, let's go. And there's kind of this openness about me saying, let's go forward, this intent to really walk off. And there she's kind of just going around and around, so I'm saying let's move out of there. And I like this because she's going to a new part of the arena. She hasn't gone to this part of the arena yet. That means she's making some new choices. So we bring our life up, our energy up in our body, and we back it up with our tools to say, hey, come on. Don't get bigger and firmer or start pushing with your seat. That's the thing that you're going to want to do, and that usually shuts your horse off because you're getting in their way. So you really want to keep your seat and body relaxed, but have the energy of the walk in your body. So it's kind of like you're saying, let's go for a walk. I'm open, I'm free, let's move. Can you come with me? And then when I come down, I just kind of let my air out, and I just melt down, but I don't melt down into a puddle. You know, don't just totally go into nothing, because then there's no support and you're really getting in your horse's way there. So think of life up, your energy comes up and says, let's go. And I back it up right away with the whips to say, come on, let's go. And then when I come down, I just kind of melt. Now she's doing really well coming back with me. If she doesn't, like if you're on the goey horse, the goey horse is going to be like, I don't think so. So you're going to ride it until you think your horse wants to come down, and then you're going to soften. So you soften, and you give the horse 3 or 4 strides. You're kind of like, oh, would you like to take my invitation to slow down or stop? You soften down, and you kind of just let the air out and just melt a little bit. If they don't take that invitation, you're going to give it to them for 3 to 4 steps. If they don't take it, then your energy comes right back up into the gait that you're in. Don't stay in that relaxed, if they're trotting and you relax down to a walk posture, but they don't come with you and you stay there, now you're teaching them to ignore you. So when you come down, if your horse doesn't come with you, you then, after a couple strides, you go back up to the energy and intent that you were in. So now I'm going to bring my life up. Let's pick up a walk. And then I'm going to bring my life up into a trot. So I create a little more energy and say, let's go. And I'm again allowing them to go wherever they want to. And I want her to kind of get her feet to free up. And she wants to just kind of spin. And they're going to come into the corners. They're going to, a lot of times, go along the rail. They're going to go around and around to wherever their buddies are or the gate is, things like that. So I'm just going to stay with her. So what she's doing is she's going, where can I stop? Where can I stop? Where's that external thing that I can choose to stop at? What I want her to do is to feel back to me and go, hey, is it time to stop yet? That's what, to me, connected seat riding is about, is really getting them to feel back to me, to connect to me and go, can I stop yet? Can I slow down yet? And you then either get to say yes or no. So I'm saying, nope, we're still trotting, so I have the energy of a trot here, and we're just going along. And then I'm kind of curious to where she's going to go. So there she wants to come over here, slow down. So I immediately, the moment she thinks about slowing down, I say, no, let's keep going. Hey, there. So she's making some new choices, going to some different areas. And then I'll go, oh, would you like to come down to a walk? And she's like, sure, I'd love to stop. So I may have turned myself off a little bit too much there. And so she came all the way to a halt, but no worries. So that's nice. And then I bring my life back up and say, hey, would you like to trot? She doesn't go. I come right into tapping or using some external. Again, I like the 2 whips because then I can activate either one or both of them to help them, depending, like if I need a little more activation on the left side, I'll activate the left whip, or if I need it on the right, I'll do it on the right. Yeah. And what's cool is she's starting to feel back to me. She's going, what are you doing? What speed do you want me? And I'm like, oh, just keep this trot going. And again, I'm not influencing her where she wants to go. It's her choice to go. And then I can just kind of soften back down. And I'm exaggerating it through the mic there, just softening, but I want you to think of that. It'll help you if you just kind of breathe out and just kind of turn yourself off. But again, it's not turn yourself off into that. It's just kind of soften and melt down. And then I'm going to bring my life up, put a little feel with my calves. If she's not there, I activate the calves. So I want to get to the point where I don't have to use the whips. But she's just going to bring her life up when I come up, just as well as she's coming down when I come down. So when I shut off, I turn down, she comes right with me. So I'm getting the whoa pretty good, but now can I get the go? So that's balancing out the whoa and the go. And I bring my life up and say, let's go. So she's still needing help there. And I've got the reins just over the horn. Again, if you feel like you need to, just hold on. But try not to influence the horse on where the horse wants to go. That's going to be your inclination is you're going to go, oh no, get away from the fence, or oh, you're going, going into the corner. That sort of thing. Is if the horse goes into the corner, just keep them going. Like here, she's thought about going into the corner, but she knew I was going to keep her going, so she said, nope, that's a bad idea. Let me go out of there. So it's keeping them with you. Because once she's able to stay with me at the speed that I'm asking, then I can pick up the reins and say, hey, would you like to go over here? Or would you like to go over there? Or another way to think of it is, just imagine there's no one spot in this arena that is better to be than another. So in this whole area here, just imagine if her being in this corner isn't any better than her being in the middle or over there or in any other corner. When she starts going, oh, it's being with my rider that's the important thing, not being in a certain spot. So it's not where you are, it's more about them getting connected back to you. And once the horse doesn't really care, oh, this isn't any better to be here than it is to be over there, then you can start picking up the reins and say, hey, let's go here, let's go there, and I'll turn off and she comes right down. She's right there with me. So, and she's right now at that point where I could start picking up the reins and start directing her a little more, because she's pretty much riding the whole area here, saying, hey, where do you want me to go? You want me here or there? So she still has a few sticky spots, but if you came out every day and did this for a week or so, she would come, and we're going to be doing this for a few more days, and really getting her to connect back to me of saying, when my life comes up, so when I bring my life up, hey, there she goes. I bring my life up to a trot. So I put a little feel, she's not there. So I'm not going to get firmer with my legs, my cue. I'm going to get firmer with an external, with the whips. And there's going to be lots of variations of this, because if you've got a horse that really wants to go, you're going to be focusing more on getting them to slow down and to relax and connect with you. So you're going to have to go a lot more. Where with her, she's more about getting her to go. And we haven't done any cantering yet, so I'm not even worried about that at this stage. But if your horse is, you know, up for cantering, you could play with it some at the canter too. But it's, you know, it's more of a focus to do this at, so she wants to come over here and I'm just going to be like, no, let's keep going. You can have a drink when we're done. So it's getting them to really connect back and focus on you. So just to recap on yourself. Really make sure there's a definite cue between life up and life down. So when you want to go, you bring your life up and say, let's go. And when you want to come down or slow down or halt, depending on which one it is. So if you're trotting and you want to halt, you have to turn down to a halt in your body. If you're trotting and you want to come down to a walk, then you have to turn down to a walk, which still has a little bit of life in there. But make sure you're regulating yourself. And then when in the go, when you're asking your horse to go and there's no response, back it up with something. I like the whips, but sometimes I may have to use a spanker, just depending on the horse, and that's more of an extreme case. But sometimes it's just reaching back and tickling with my hand. It just depends on the horse, how much you're going to need with that. But make sure you get effective with your tool, not you're getting heavier and firmer with your body. So really stay soft and relaxed in your body and just put a feel on to say, hey, let's go forward. And play with that with the horse. Get the horse consistent, really paying attention to you. So when your life comes up, they're going, oh yeah, I need to go. And when your life comes down, that they go, oh, okay, I need to come down. So go out there, play with that. I'd love to hear how this is working for you. And get creative with it. Make up some of your own things with this. And wait for the next video here, because we're going to play around with how do you teach the horse to go to a spot without using your reins and without using your legs to control them at all, and really get them to find a spot. So we'll see you in the next video. Catch you there.